So I wasn't actually that worried when the snake first bit me.
Oh no!
But I would soon learn that it was one of the worst python bites ever recorded in Australian history. I work in wildlife conservation here in Australia, and as part of that role, I'm required to sometimes capture and relocate snakes. And when I say sometimes, we can capture anywhere from 10 to 20 of these creatures every week. This coastal carpet python was about 9 feet in length, and they can be quite a snappy snake.
Oh no!
But I wouldn't call them aggressive, they're defensive by nature. So on the day the bite occurred, I'd been called to remove this python from the middle of the road as it was holding up traffic. I was recording a video of the release of the snake when it bit me.
So we found this big beautiful coastal carpet python hanging out on a road. There were several cars stopped and people out of the car looking at it. Oh no!
And trust me when I say, it bit me hard.
Out of the car looking at it. Oh no!
So I do get bitten from time to time in my line of work. And initially, I wasn't all that worried when the snake grabbed me.
And people out of the car looking at it. Oh no!
But when it spun around my arm, and my arm opened up, and I saw the damage done, I could see my artery hanging out my arm.
Oh no!
And I thought to myself, I'm going to need to go to hospital for this. It turned out that I had 2 1-inch wide wounds in my arm, 2 really large gashes, and the artery had been severed in half.
The paramedics really came through and helped to slow the bleeding and dress the wound so I could get to hospital.
The doctors at the hospital actually said it was the worst snake bite that they'd ever seen, and there was no doubt in anyone's mind that I needed emergency surgery. After a couple of hours in theatre, I woke up and my wound had been cleaned and stitched back together. I had a cast on my arm, and the doctors told me that everything had gone well. The doctors told me that I could have died that day. I could have bled out pretty quickly with the radial artery being severed like that. But it's not my style to dwell on these things. So the following morning, I checked myself out of hospital, and the day after that, I went back to work. A lot of people have asked me, am I scared of snakes now that that's happened? And I will say that I've got a greater respect for them, but also a deeper love, and it hasn't deterred me at all in pursuing my passion in wildlife conservation and working with these magnificent creatures.
So we found this big beautiful coastal carpet python hanging out on a road. There were several cars stopped and people out of the car looking at it. Oh no!